So this is the first time I've been able to film one of these updates on my actual phone. For those who have not realized like the quality and everything, I always did I think the last 2 years or so, I've been doing my little updates on just a FaceTime camera. But I have a decent background now. This is my roommate's bed, by the way. Mine is right here. It's got like a little fluffy all over it. So we're just gonna set you back. But hi, I'm doing this a little earlier than I thought I'd be doing, just because I have thoughts, and I think the best thing I do for these updates is letting future me kind of just see where I'm at this point in my life. Today is September 26th. I have actually been back and moved into college for about a week starting tomorrow. I live in an apartment that is provided off campus for my university. I live with 5 other girls. They're all very sweet, very lovely people. And my roommate and I are both big theater people for our school. She's at rehearsal right now. But I only had a meeting today, and I don't start rehearsals for stuff until next week. So I'm kind of enjoying the last few free nights I have, and I think that's why I wanted to do this update now, because I haven't lost my mind yet from different rehearsals and whatnot. The summer was good. I don't think I ever talked too much about the summer, but I did some backstage work, I did some traveling, and yeah. I was also primarily working on a 1-act play that I will be holding auditions for next week. That's been a very exciting thing. I think this is the largest creative endeavor I've ever been on, because I directed a 1-act in high school, but a lot of that wasn't me. A lot of that was just with the help of other people, and then I sort of led the actors in the right direction. This time though, it's a lot of me, I have to be there for auditions, I have to get a stage manager, I need to figure out lighting and sound design, and it's all that sort of thing. And I'm very excited about it, because that's exactly why I'm a theater arts major in college. I think a lot of people kind of look at theater majors or dance majors as a whole, and they're like, wow, you really took the easy route out for college and whatnot. Theater is not easy. Are we easier than law or science? Sure, but we still work very hard for what we have and what we do, and I only hope that with my perseverance and what I do for that community makes the effort seem palpable or just is seen in the way that I would like it to be. I don't know. I also just have a lot of thoughts. My brain gets super scattered during start of a school year. My classes are all good. I'm doing 3 classes, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's time, effort, and also I put a lot of my effort to rehearsals and doing shows and whatnot. I'm going to be doing light work for our main stage show, which is after my play premieres. So I'll be busy with that. I might assistant stage manage a few other things, and I already have to sort out meetings and food for a cast that I will be stage managing next week. But I'm excited. That's the thing. I like being busy with theater and stuff. Oh gosh, whenever I struggle with thoughts, there's always a part of me that's just like, why don't you just edit these? And I'm like, but that doesn't feel authentic. There's just me in front of a camera, letting my emotions roll. But I don't know. I like what's going on so far. There's a part of me that I think always at the beginning of a school year, I get a little homesick because I go to a school that's hours away from where I live. And, I call my grandma basically once or twice a day. People would be like, oh, that's so sappy. Well, I love her, so may as well give her some calls once in a while, because I've lived with them for forever. So I'm not gonna drop everything back in my home just to be here and never talk to them again, But yeah, there's a lot going on. I cut my hair. I've kind of been playing with style. Something I like about college is it's really helped me in my own sort of identity, with a lot of stuff being very uncertain right now and just all that sort of jazz. I like that I can kind of sit in these moments that I have by myself in my room or in my college and just kind of flow with everything, I like that I don't have 100% certainty in myself and my future, and I kind of like that, there's a line Anna Kendrick said in a movie once. I don't know what the movie was, but she was like, I'm 22 years old and I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. I'm 20 years old and I have no idea what's gonna happen in 5 years, 3 years, or even a year from now. I don't know what's gonna happen. And younger me would have been like, you need to know everything. You need to have everything planned so that you have a set future and you can just be like that, be set. But thanks to college and being a very art-heavy person, you know, I've become more okay with the idea of you don't know what's gonna happen. Tomorrow, in a month, in a year, in a decade, you don't know. And that's okay, because that's the way life works. God, I feel like I get so philosophical when I do these, but it's me just kind of putting my thought out there. So I like what college is doing for me and has been doing for me for the past 3 years. It's kind of crazy to think I'm already a junior in college. I think I started doing these like 2 or 3 months before I left for college for the first time, which is crazy to think about now, because like I moved into college and I was already up and going on so much stuff. So it's crazy to think that in like year and a half I'll be done with my bachelor's degree, and then we'll see what happens. I have ideas for what I want to do. The goal is for future Emma to see at right now. I want to get my MFA, which is Master of Arts. I would like to get it in stage directing or stage management, and I have a couple dream schools I'm looking at, but we'll see what happens. I'm planning to maybe stay home for a couple years, get some internships, maybe some substitute teacher jobs. Yeah, there's that. I like having the idea of what could happen, but I'm okay if it doesn't completely turn out that way, because people in the arts work through all sorts of stuff. Literally a year ago, I thought I was going to be able to go home for a few years and then I could finally move to New York, you know, because like every other art person, I want to go to New York. I want to live in a city of culture. But now I've like expanded. I'm like, I could be in the Bay Area. I could go to Chicago. I could like go to Florida. I don't know what they have in Florida. And I don't really like beaches. Anyways, but there's that. I like that I don't have to be set to an idea yet. And I'm kind of just letting myself live in the moment. So yeah. I don't know, I kind of want this one to end off on a more positive note, because I'm in a positive spot in my life. I have a lot going on. I'm very stressed. I have a lot of meetings, a lot of jobs, and all that sort of thing, but I live for the intensity of it. So I think I'm going to leave this one just kind of at a positive note. Who knows how I'm going to wake up tomorrow, but I like where I am right now with this. So if I do this in 6 more months, that would be March. So you may see me after I turn 21, which is it's crazy. But yeah, I'm excited for that. And I hope all of you are doing well. And if you've been following these updates, thank you. I appreciate that. Once again, I don't know if I'll do more than these for the rest of my life, but you can always count on these being a thing. So I love you all, and I hope you have a good day.